What's the worst legal thing you can do? You can leak the names, addresses, email addresses, social security numbers, driver's license numbers, and payment card details of nearly half of all Americans, and then settle for about $5 per person. Don't forget 3 of their top-level executives sold a significant share of their stock holdings just before the breach was announced to the public, permanently destroying huge swaths of land. There's a development corporation in my hometown that has bought up virtually all of the remaining woods, meadows and wetlands in the area, paved them, and built retail spaces that go vacant just a few months later. Businesses aren't even moving into these office parks, but the group just keeps spreading out and developing. It seems like every month, I drive past another leveled tract of land. Marrying someone you don't love. Imagine finding the love of your life, getting married and maybe even having kids, and then they tell you they never loved you, and you built your whole life around them for nothing. This happened with a Russian spy in the Cold War days. Married an American woman as cover. When he got caught, she found out her marriage was a complete lie. You should look up Shepape. He was a Chinese spy who married a French diplomat posing as a woman. They lived together and even had a son, a parent keeping their kid from the other parent when there's no good reason to, and leveraging the courts to do it. Yep, my stepson is now 18 and living with us for the last 3 months. His mother screwed him up so badly. She would scream at anyone who would even partly listen that my husband was abusive while offering zero proof. We are trying to slowly build a future for him, monsieur. Luckily it's bitten her hard. He wants nothing to do with her at all. Meanwhile we are pushing him hard to get his own place, get and enrolling in college classes. It will take a long time, but at least it's getting better and he can see what a screw-up his mom really is. Thank you for doing this. I work in family law and I see this way too much, and I try my best to reassure my clients that their kids will come around, but my word means not much when they're missing someone so much. I'm glad it worked for you. Schedule people to work 39.5 hours a week. My girlfriend is constantly scheduled 15 minutes shy of the amount of time at which they'd be required by law to give her a break. It's gross. My wife gets 4 hours 15 minutes of work 5 days a week. Keeps here under full time and she never takes a paid break. You can spray tan a baby, totally legal. Tan clerk, let me get this straight. You want to put your baby into a tanning bed? Mac, that's correct. Tan clerk, I'm sorry, that's against the law. Mac, look, pal, we are well aware of the law, okay? We don't want to jam you up, we just want to put him in there for a couple of minutes. D. Reynolds, just to get a base. Mac, just to get a base, that's one of my favorite episodes next to the bicep flyer one. We're 3 cool guys looking for other cool guys who want to hang out in our party mansion. Standing idly and filming people who desperately need help, instead of helping. Like those kids that filmed and laughed as a disabled guy drowned and died. Giving out someone's number or email for spam, monsieur. That's actually illegal in the European Union. Edit. People complaining about Europe not being a uniform country. There. Fixed it. Happy. Oh fuck. I constantly put the spam numbers into the home refinancing websites. Shit. Is it illegal to leave your shopping cart in the parking lot instead of returning it to the corral? If not, that. The obvious solution is what stores do in Europe, which is having the cards locked up and requiring you insert €1 or another small coin into them so that they become usable. To get that coin back you have to relock your cart in the corral. This is also what Aldi is doing in the US. And it works quite well at that. Wanna be a douche and don't care about your coin? Go ahead, leave your cup, but the more important aspect here is that others have an incentive to take it back for you and get some free money. Have a chat. Never bring him out in public. Only take photos of him beside a mocked-up meteor crash. Let him find the pics when he's 13. That's what the Kents did to Superman. It's just a coincidence he turned out to have superpowers. Clark Kent would have made a fine average reporter too. Steal people's money through fine print conditions. You can actually sue someone for unethical contracts. Fuck your best friend's wife. Sue your poorer ex-spouse for child custody so repeatedly that you drain their finances and can't fight it anymore. This could describe patent stealing, too. Small guy invents something. Big guy steals invention. Sues inventor into being broke so small guy can't fight Goliath anymore. There's a documentary called The Patent Scam Monsieur. It's so awful how much of a racket the patent industry is now. Taking out a vague patent for something, then suing someone you claim is violating your patent for $3,000, and if they try to fight back it will cost $10,000. Then hit the victim with a non-disclosure agreement so they can't tell anyone how they were financially raped. Just killing American entrepreneurs. Bake cookies, but with chewing gum in them, monsieur. Ugh, my teeth feel weird just reading this. Chewy cookie lovers will be tested with the ultimate chewy cookie. Someone wasted money to put a silver on this. Why? Recruit people to join Scientology. Or an ML, monsieur. Those poor people just don't get it, even as they lose money. Actually, I'm in multi-level marketing. I make a lot of money. I can show you how you can too, if you join my 69-step program. Ask people for credit card details in the street for donations to charity. There's a few different laws in many places you'd hit. Many cities have solicitation ordinances, so you need to be licensed first. Then, you can't claim to be a charity in many jurisdictions without appropriate paperwork, and there are further rules on maintaining that. If you meant people who are actually licensed and working for a legitimate charity doing this, then yeah, legal and awful. Become a politician and raise my pay while creating taxes I'm coincidentally exempt from, monsieur. All the shit that the Westboro Baptist Church does. I had a friend who died while they were tubing down the Platte River. He got caught in an undercurrent and drowned. He was about 18 at the time. During his funeral, Westboro showed up to protest, saying God killed him because we allow gay people to get married. They also had police protecting them, monsieur. It was so terrible. There were little kids holding signs who couldn't have been older than 6. What the absolute fuck? The act of cannibalism itself is legal in most nations. It's just getting the meat that is usually illegal. Edit. To add to this, I've considered the aspects of cooking human meat a little deeper, and come up with this. You're all very dark, lol. I love it. Human meat is very close to pork. So lightly seasoned and glazed with something sweet like honey, plum sauce, apple sauce or maple syrup. You would have to cook it very well, and make sure to properly sear it, and cook it relatively quickly as human meat is around 7% fat. So quite lean for red meat. Since human skin is quite thin, you could easily make crackling with it. So that would be something to watch out for. The legs especially would make for good long cooking techniques, with the thighs being good for a quick roast and the calves being better for braising or stewing. The muscles of the back could make good grilling, with the lumbar multifidus being somewhat akin to filet mignon. The arms, in general, would be good for general-purpose meats, along with the abdominals, though the latter would need to be cooked far longer. The shoulders would be particularly fatty cuts prime for stewing or braising. As for the glutes, being some of the most used muscles in the body, they would be ideal for barbecue or making jerky with, and desecrating the corpse. So if you had permission from the family, or in the deceased will, it said you could eat somebody. Time to forge some signatures. Woohoo! Also, would you rather get arrested for desecrating a grave to eat the human inside, or for forgery? There was a guy a while back who took a photo of a 13-year-old girl's skirt. The judge had some choice words to say, but the guy got let go because Technically, it wasn't illegal. Edit. My autocorrect is bad. Edit 2. So this is what a karma bomb overnight feels like. There was a similar case in my city when I was that age and it was terrifying. But my state made it illegal to do that as a result. Fire all your employees and move your business to East Asia so you can essentially use slave labor. Happened here in Missouri. But they shut down and moved the jobs for half the pay and no union when they took the 100-year-old business to Florida. Murdering or raping someone, but it's legal because you have diplomatic immunity. What's this bone sore in your luggage? Oh, it's okay. I'm a diplomat. Sir, this aisle is for 10 items or less. It's okay. I'm a diplomat. Put a fake X on an ad. Edit. My stupid ass just realized after checking the replies that I spelled ad wrong. By the way, thanks for that Diamond Award. 90% of the time there's one hidden in one of the corners. An Englishman can shoot a Scottish man in York with a bow and arrow on any day of the week except Sunday. An amp, #X200B, ruin the world economy by handing out subprime loans. Not only legal, but you get a nice taxpayer-funded bailout when the loans you make go bad. Develop a wonderful loving relationship with someone for a majority of your life. Kids, pets, trust, everything included. One day, tell them all you never loved them. It was all a game you were playing for the last 20 years. Divorce your partner and leave with the stash of cash you've been putting away for the last 20 years. Moving to a new country never to see them again.